Hello, everyone. I think this is working okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's a real pleasure to be with you. I think that Revita Blue has been in Africa for some time, but I understand that it is new to South Africa. So this is really great news. So I just have a few minutes, so let's jump really in the topic here. What is Revita Blue and why Revita Blue? The reason why, well, Revita Blue is all about stem cells. So in order to understand what Revita Blue does, we need to have a little bit of an understanding about stem cells. There is right now worldwide a huge interest and excitement about stem cells. There's probably no one on the planet that has not heard in one way or another about stem cells. And the reason why there is such an interest about stem cells is because of this global understanding that stem cells have enormous regenerative potential. But these stem cells, and this has been my interest since the very early beginning, these stem cells, they are in the body. They are in your blood, they are in your bone marrow, they are in your fat tissue. So if they have such amazing regenerative potential, then to me, the fascinating question is, what are they doing in the body? What is the natural role of stem cells in the body? And when we understand that, it really gives us a completely novel understanding of health and wellness. And I believe that it's even going to change the way that we practice and understand medicine. So let's jump into the topic. What is a stem cell? Stem cells are master cells. So you've got many cells in your body, all the cells that you know, cells of your skin, of your heart, of your muscles. All these cells are specialized. They do one specific thing. They never transform. They never multiply. At the other end of the spectrum, you have stem cells. Stem cells do nothing. They don't have any specific role in the body aside from their ability to transform into cells of other types of cells in the body. So historically or traditionally, they have been known to be precursors to blood cells. So their ability is essentially to transform into red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. But in the early 2000s, scientists started to to observe and discover that stem cells not only can become blood cells, but also can transform into cells of various parts of the body, various types of cells, cells of the brain, cells of the heart, the liver, the skin, and so on. So when these observations started to come up in the scientific literature, then the concept emerged that if stem cells have the ability of transforming into various cells of the tissue, then it cannot be an ability that is without a purpose. So it must mean that stem cells are the natural repair system of the body. So let's fast forward now, 18, 20 years later, and here is what we know today very, very well about stem cells. Stem cells are the repair system of the body. Anytime you have an injury, anytime something is not working normal in the body, the affected area will send a signal, will release compounds and send that signal to the bone marrow. It will trigger the release of stem cells from the bone marrow. From then on, okay, I see I need to turn my phone. I'm so sorry. Do I need to turn my phone, Candice? Okay, let me keep going. Because okay, so anytime there's an injury, cells are released and they travel in the blood. So the affected tissue will then send another signal that will attract stem cells to that tissue. So stem cells are going to then migrate in that tissue and proliferate and repair that tissue. This is your natural repair system in the body. So anytime there is a problem somewhere in the body, the affected area is going to send a signal, call for stem cells to migrate into that area, and then stem cells will become cells of that tissue. It is your repair system. And in this whole process, of course, there are many steps. The release of stem cells from the bone marrow, their circulation in the bloodstream, their migration in the tissue, their proliferation, transformation. Of all these steps, the one that has been the most documented is the release of stem cells from the bone marrow. The consequence of which is an increase in the number of circulating stem cells. So a lot of the studies have really documented the link between the number of stem cells in circulation and health, the ability of the body to repair. And the main conclusion from all these studies is simply that more stem cells in circulation means that more stem cells are available to participate to the process of tissue repair. So what that means, if two people have the same problem, let's say an example, two broken bones, the person who will repair the fastest is the one that has more stem cells in circulation. And if there's a means of increasing the number of stem cells in circulation in any one's person, then that person is going to also have the ability to repair faster. It's that simple. And many studies have been done with various kinds of problems touching various aspects of human health. So this is true for the repair of the heart, the lung, the skin, the pancreas, the liver, the brain, the joints, any part of the body. So stem cells are your repair system. Something else, though, was discovered in the past 5-10 years that to me is probably the most interesting, is that while stem cells are your repair system, they also play a very important role in the background. In the absence of anything that is broken, they also play a role of maintenance. Every day we lose cells, and every day to stay healthy, we need to replace these cells that are being lost. And this is also the role of stem cells. You've been doing this since the day you're born. The problem is that as we age, the red marrow transforms into yellow marrow, and that does not make stem cells. So there's a significant decline in the number of stem cells in circulation as we age, and any kind of health problems is actually caused because of that decline in the number of stem cells, meaning that as we age, our ability to maintain our own health declines. So this ability of day-to-day tissue repair and tissue maintenance declines. So anything we can do to put more stem cells in circulation is going to support this natural ability of the body to be healthy and to reach and maintain optimal health. So, and this is why, and the objective in the development of RevitalBlue. RevitalBlue is a blend of plants that have all been documented to support the natural release of stem cells from the bone marrow. And I need to emphasize here, because a lot of the studies have been done on diseases and health problems, because that's what we have in medical research. That's what we look at. However, the conclusion here, to really understand, the conclusion is that this system is not meant for health problems. It is just meant to keep the body healthy. So anything that we can do to support the natural role of stem cells in the body is simply going to give that edge to the body to stay healthy. And I oftentimes, share this sort of analogy, but it's a little bit like today in the world, the best is preventive medicine. But it's a little bit like saying the best way to be wealthy is to prevent poverty. And the only thing that we can achieve by preventing poverty is not be poor. It's not going to be wealthy. We need a strategy for wealth if we want to be wealthy. It's the same thing here. The real contribution of all that science to the world of health and wellness is to understand that for the first time in our history, we have discovered that the body has a health system. It has a system specifically designed to keep us healthy. Once we discover that, there's probably no better means of helping the body to be healthy than to tap into this very system of health in the body. So that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about taking one sachet of RevitalBlue. It's going to significantly increase the number of stem cells in circulation and support this natural ability of the body to be healthy. So this is what I wanted to share with you. We have little time, but give it a try. Just see what it can do for you. Stem cells work all the time. When you release them, you may wonder if they're working, if they're doing what they're doing. Well, if you're alive today, it's because they're working in your body. So release them and see what they can do for you. Thank you. Have a great day.